Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. We are team number 6, integrated by Jesser, Pablo, Carlos, Diego, and myself. I want you to think, what happens when we continue burning the candle at both ends until we reach physical and emotional exhaustion? Just like the candle itself, we risk burning ourselves out. Have you ever experienced of the pressure, the slow acceptance of the pressures around you until everything it just seems too much and you can barely cope? If you are not alone. In fact, one survey made by Universidad del Valle de Mexico found out that 3 out of 4 Mexicans suffer stress. By now, it is well known how COVID pandemic intensified mental disorders and stress and it make us face such a difficult situations. Unfortunately, we live in such a chaotic and uncertain world that it seems fundamental to start growing out our tools in handling stress. Right after me, Jesser will explain some characteristics of stress. Then Carlos will talk about how not to deal with it. And finally, Pablo and Diego will talk about some techniques you should try in order to handle stress successfully.
Yeah. Now we'll see what is stress. Stress is a state of physical and emotional tension. It's a natural and protective reaction, but it converts to a problem when not knowing how to deal with it. The Centers of Disease Control outlines the symptoms associated with stress. Physical symptoms: feeling tired, overwhelmed, and burned out, having trouble sleeping, having trouble concentrating, and the emotional symptoms are feeling irritation, angry, or denial, feeling uncertain, nervous, or anxious, lacking motivation, feeling sad or depressed. With the pandemic, new factors that cause stress arise. Some of these are concern about the risk of being exposed to the virus, uncertainty about the future of your workplace, learning new communication tools and dealing with technical difficulties, and adapting to a different workspace or work schedule. If we have some of these symptoms, it means that we have stress.
Well, do you know what stress leads to? It's necessary to avoid reliving the stress in unhealthy ways. When feeling stressed, you may resort to unhealthy behaviors to help you relax. These behaviors may include overeating. Emotional eating or stress eating is when you eat to escape the negative feelings you have, hoping that the food will make you feel better. Sometimes, in a conscious decision, but in reality, all it does is cause poor nutrition. Smoking. There is a belief on the part of many smokers that smoke reduces anxiety and stress, which is in turn that causes many smokers to become discouraged from quitting the addiction. However, instead of helping people to relax, smoking increases anxiety and stress. Drinking alcohol and using drugs. Alcohol reliable reduce the psychological response to stress. Also, alcohol is not metabolized like other foods or beverages. The amount of energy it takes your body to metabolize large amounts of alcohol and causes more stress, even if you feel more relaxed. These behaviors may help you feel better at first, but then you may hurt more than they help.
While coping with stress, developing healthy responses are very important. Instead of attempting to fight stress with fast food or alcohol, do your best to make healthy choices to when you feel tension rise. Exercise is a great stress booster, and whether it's reading a novel, going to concerts, or playing games with your family, make sure to set aside time for the things that bring you pleasure. Getting enough quality sleep is also important for the effective stress management. In learning how to relax, techniques such as meditation, deep breathing exercises, and mindfulness can help melt away stress. Start by taking a few minutes each day to focus on a simple activity like breathing, walking, or enjoying a meal. And taking time to recharge is to avoid the negative effect of chronic stress and burnout. we need to replenish and return to our pre-stress level of functioning. This recovery process requires switching off from work by having periods of time when you are neither engaging in work-related activities nor thinking about work. Some companies are starting to do a mental health day, which involves employees to taking a day off, like a Friday, and using that day to apply these points into to just take a breather from the work routine.
Embracing stress could be helpful. A Harvard data recovered from a Harvard study made to 30,000 adult people held by Harvard. They found out that people who had a bad conception of stress in general, even if they didn't suffer a great amount of stress, had more probabilities of having health issues, such as a heart attack, than those who had a good relationship with stress, even if they had a great amount of stress in their daily life. Also, as said before, if you just keep avoiding stress, you are harming yourself, emotionally speaking. Many people avoid stress by doing things that are not well for themselves, and that leads to bad consequences on their personal lives. One of these things is avoiding difficult or challenging tasks at all or procrastinating them. Instead, if stress is used to thrive you and make you deal with difficult tasks with an optimistic attitude, it will make you more productive. With all this being said, I hope you understand that stress is nothing we should keep avoiding all the time. Stress is part of life itself, so we must use it in our favor. Thank you.